This has a lot of stuff. Stick around, I'll show you. Hiya folks, Old Man Grognard here. I got another review for you today. It's called Arcane Artifacts and Curios by Madeline Hale. Now, I reviewed her books before, her Table Fables books, which are excellent. And this one surprised me. It's thick. Not only that, there's a lot of other things. But first, let's take a look inside the book, shall we? All right. There she be, Arcane Artifacts and Curios by Madeline Hale. This is a hefty book. Look at that. It's about 300 pages. And it's very well done, of course. Single column. And just chock full of stuff, of magic items. That's what I like about it. It's a real good reference. And here's some more. It's got a few pictures in it, but mostly it's descriptions, you know, like in the books here. And it just, this will keep you going for a while. But it's very, very nice book. A very well put together book. For a perfect bound book, it's well put together. And that is Arcane Artifacts and Curios. Back to you, Glenn. Okay, that's the book. And this thing was published in 2019, and it's over 400 pages of nothing but magic items and artifacts. It's unbelievable. I started reading, I think I got to page 17 or 18, and I'm going, whoa. Okay, it just, there's a lot. I'm not going to say there's too much because you can always use stuff like this. And let me show you how it's set up. There's sparse pictures in here, but it shows you, it gives you the name and what number it is in 1,000. Gives you what it looks like, what it does, and the background on this. And these are all set up that way. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous book. And since there's so many artifacts, in the how to use this book section in the front, she's telling you, because the table of contents is in here, and it's got 10 chapters with 100 artifacts in each one. And what she tells you is you take a D10, like so, and roll it. That'll tell you what chapter. Then you take percentile dice and roll those, and that'll give you a random artifact. I love that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff that keeps campaigns going. So let's try it a couple of times, okay? All right, I rolled a 9, so that's chapter 9. And that would be, let me get my glasses here. That would be chapter 9 and 8, 9, trinkets and knickknacks. Now, I will take a set of percentile dice and roll it. 76. So we will go to trinkets and knickknacks, 341. Trinkets and knickknacks. You roll a D100, and I rolled 76. Now, the only problem I see in here is it's all labeled. They give you like number 801, 802. It's by of 1,000. So it's kind of hard. You have to count. Now I have to count 76. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 20, 24, 27, 30, 33, 37, 40, getting there, 44, 47, 51, 53, 65, 71, 2, 3, 4, 5, 76. Here we are. And that is a tap tuning fork. The appearance is a common tuning fork with runes etched into the tines. And the enchantment is the user can tap any instrument with his tuning fork, and the instrument will immediately and magically be tuned to perfection. The history, this tuning fork was owned by Saint Tiana Samson, one of the kingdom's most famous musicians. She traveled the world playing for music for kings and queens, lords, ladies, and rulers all over the globe. After 70 years, she gave the fork to her apprentice as a gift only days before she passed away. There you go. Let's try. Okay, one more time. Let's do a D10 again. And we rolled chapter 3. And chapter 3 is... Chapter 3 is armor. So we roll percentile dice there. 1. That was easy. So we go to page 85. Here we go. First one up is Air Step Armor, light armor. Appearance, a set of boiled leather armor dyed a deep brown with brass rivets and suede cord. Enchantment, while this armor is worn, the user's weight is reduced to half, allowing them to move quickly, quietly, and easily. History, the armor was crafted by an ambitious thief named Dylan Dollarhide, who used the armor to sneak into the castle mode in winter, his light steps causing nary a crack in the ice. He robbed the treasury, taking as much gold as he could carry out. But as he was fleeing back over the moat, the heavy gold he was carrying cracked the ice and he fell through. The body was not discovered until spring. So that gives you a couple of examples of what you can do with it. Like I said, the only downside to me is if they would have labeled 1 through 20 in each chapter, that would have, or 1 through 100 in each chapter, that would have been a lot, pretty handy. But I also noticed, like in swords, they got a D20. You can roll a D20 on swords, and I just noticed that. And I don't know why they didn't. Okay, they do have subclasses in the chapters where you can roll a D10. I must have missed that. I'm sorry. But anyway, this is a great book because not only can you get artifacts for your game and use them, come up with the stats yourself, and stuff like if there's something in here that does more than one thing or it's a random thing, she'll give you a D10 table on it. Like this treasure hunter's journal, once per day when the journal is opened, a random item falls out from between the pages, and she gives you a D10 table on. You can just roll it. That is nice. That is really nice. But not only can you get artifacts, but you get these histories of the artifacts, which you can work into the game. Even if you didn't use the artifact, there may be things in the history of the artifact that you can use, which is a good thing. Okay, where to get this book? Only one way to get this book, on Amazon. Madeline does not do PDFs. She does not do drive-through or any, things like that. It's strictly Amazon published. And it runs for about $16.99. And that, my friends, is a bargain. This is a real bargain. $16.99 for 1,000 magic items and artifacts? I'd pay that all day. Anyway, that is Arcane Artifacts and Curios by Madeline Hale. Go out, get it. I'm sure you'll find some use for it. And that's about me. That's about it for me this time. And if you want to, you can, down there, like, subscribe, the usual thing, and hit the bell icon so you know when I bring these new things out, and all that kind of stuff. Anything, just, give me some, do some subscribe stuff. Anyway, all right. Until I see you folks next time. Bye-bye.